Hi everybody. I get that from, what is that? Living in a van life. She's kind of like the shell with shoes. Hey everybody. I just want things to be better. Oh, that's perfect for a genocide video. I just want, you gotta look at the shell with shoes. I just want things to be, I don't want things to be not as good as they were. They're doing it. They are. I had to force. Oh my God, it's by YouTube. They took away the search by date, and I have to force it. So I got my old bookmarks. We're going there. I should put a link, actually. Oh, I should, by date. That's what I'll do to these motherfuckers. Suck on that. Yeah, I'll put China Genocide search by date YouTube. Oh my God, then if you click on that, it'll get that. And you can do all the different stuff with it. And search, make it over 20 minutes long or whatever, or like... You gotta be careful, sometimes it waits out. It's in the, but you have it in the link. So I had to type it into the link. It was China lockdown before. Now it says China Genocide. But there's nothing, it's all the other stuff. And that's all cover and mixed up stuff, or the fucking West wants it going on in the Western China with the Uyghurs. They have, but they mentioned, they talked about mycoplasma pneumonia in this video. Like all these Chinese kids dying from mycoplasma pneumonia. I didn't get that from my search. That's about China population, so I should put a link for that, actually. I should just do that. I'll do China population. Search by date. And you could always make it so it does different time lengths of the video in case you get it stuffed with shorts. God. Man, they got the guy that works on short videos. That was up in Massachusetts, right? He had to... Was it there? God, man. They tortured him. All the racist shit at YouTube. He worked for YouTube on the shorts. And he did some. They do that stuff, and the Elliot Rogers stuff they did. Okay, so mycoplasma pneumonia, and kids, they kill kids with that. Kids just die because they did that to my son. God, man, right across from Children's Hospital, we go to that. And Dr. Gordon, he wanted us out of there. That's why when the first time I saw him, I was there with my son. My son freaked out, like he knew somehow. He's a little kid with autism before they'd say he has autism. And he never wanted to say anything about it. Somehow it would get just... I think he wanted him out of that doctor's office and not... Like, I think that's what the whole issue is. Dr. Gordon wanted him out. And if he has to say, oh, he has autism, it's kind of going there. But if he's just given no care, it's going to go out. Because his guys, like someone there, they gave him mycoplasma pneumonia. Then right after, Jesus Christ, they gave him pneumococcal pneumonia, and he almost died. I told you all that stuff. It was on purpose. And Dr. Gordon has to just, he's a cancer doctor too. And he has admitting privileges, whatever, at Boston Children's Hospital right across the street. And so I was in Fort Myers. I told this guy on the street, he said the stuff about the cancer, childhood cancer rates and blah, blah, blah. And like he won't know. He's just told to say that. And whatever it would do, bark up that tree. And like, okay, I bark up that tree and here's what it is. Nothing even fucking do with that probably, but like what is a cancer doctor? A children's cancer doctor? That's like all the way shit. They were Dr. Mengele with a popsicle lollipop. Actually, they're good. Like, are you going to get chemotherapy and be thrown up sick? Are you going to go to Disney? When you're not going to live, but it's good for a while, or this, or maybe you could have, maybe the chemotherapy would do it. It's like all the really bad shit, all the shit. Just like when I went to the Rotenberg Center, they made sure I do that. And that might even be they're not even doing as much as they say, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. God, I bet it is, man. Yeah, because that girl, when she came up and showed me her shock electric things, she had one on her hand, one on her belly or something, a shock device. The lady called up and said, hey, he didn't shock device. She shows me the one and the other. Some girl about fucking 10 or something. Maybe 12, 10, 10, I think. Shit. And that was kind of weird, right? That was a while ago. When was that? 2000, summer of 2010. Probably, right? Or, no, summer of 2011. Probably. Okay. Yeah, so those, damn, so that's just the whole thing, all the professional knowledge and all this shit. They talk about organ harvesting and all that shit, what shit is, but that's like all the way, they're not dealing with a thing, you're just, that's the person, that's the kid, when you grab, the other kid's like, oh my God, you're doing it for them. I kill this chicken so that you may have a long, happy, and healthy life. God, when I was a little kid, I'd ask my mom, going through a little spell, God, what was I, like, maybe I was 8, maybe I was 6. Wait, yeah, because I think I was like 6 or something, or maybe 7. Might not have been 8. I said, Mom, what if the Nazis came? And you had to choose between me and my brother, and I'd do this thing. I do a countdown, 5, 4, 3. You have to say now. She said, I can't decide. Or they just do one or the other, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I was doing that, but then, like, you see how it is, right? Damn, I fucking, but, yeah, it would be. Just think of it, it would be that. And then, like, they're open, front-facing, yes, my decisions and our rough life or death. Like, I can ring with a popsicle. They always have to tell you he's a popsicle, and he's, like, turns to shit. Not like, oh, man, he took care of some people, not others. You never get that. Except for the Daily Mail had an article. Then they fucking block it, with a paywall thing or something, so you can't read it at all. But the headline says, Dr. Mengele saved my life. They're doing like Dr. Mengele's list, like Schindler's List, just like I fucking said. Just like I predicted it, or they're claiming by the headline. And, man, okay, so, yeah, the, God, it would be like all the, it's not just the doctors make the decision, the cancer doctors. That particular type, with the chemotherapy or not and stuff. It's like it all has like a part of a public decision, and with the parents, and everyone just loves each other, and it's like what you do for the kid, and you love the kid. It's not like, do we fuck the kid over or not, or sacrifice the kid. It's not all the ultimate. But you have to make this fucked up decision, like this thing. Go down to the roads less traveled. Why I took the road less traveled. It has made all the difference. And it will make all the difference, whichever road you go down. And I'm going to get to a lot of stuff in this video, hopefully. I think. And so that'll be that. That'll be that thing. You could just fucking go start picking through it. You go to Dr. Gorin, whatever the fuck that was with that. I think I got that name right. With his pediatrician thing. Why is he a pediatrician too? That's kind of weird. Why are you just a regular fucking general pediatrician and the fucking cancer guy? And it's right across from Children's Hospital. All those buildings, you can go one by one. That's before 9/11 too. God, it was. It'd be like 98, 99 or something. Oh, wait. No, he's born in 97. Oh, God, no, he's like really... I mean, he's not here, just over here. Oh, God, I have to figure that out. Oh, yeah. Damn, man. Yeah, mycoplasma pneumonia. And they got this whole thing where they won't do anything. They kill people off on purpose all over the country. You say, what's your fever? Oh, you don't have a fever. And you'll die from it. You won't get a fever from that. It's like this walking pneumonia thing. Mycoplasma is like a bacteria, but it's a very simple one. It's like, it's very miniature too. And I think some certain mycoplasmas, maybe not that one, but can withstand higher heat. And so you have to, in your canning and stuff, or you have to heat it up all the way. If you just boil the stuff, what you end up with is mycoplasma bacteria. It kills the bigger stuff. But that's why you have to get it like pressure cook it, I think. But like I don't mean the lung one. That one maybe dies. But when you have mycoplasma pneumonia, you get at least they say you don't get a fever. A lot of time he had just low fever, just very low, and never anything that they do shit about, but he couldn't breathe. It was fucked up. They were gonna kill him. And I'm wondering how they could do that. Like, what could it be? Dr. Gorn, oh yeah, when I first came in there, like, and he actually say it, my son knew, like, he bit me, my son. He'd never done anything like that. He's just little. However, it's this first pediatrician we ever went to. And it's that thing where you could stand up, like it was that thing where you can stand, but you don't walk around. Maybe a little bit. But you always want to be standing and have your parents and like go stand with them. And he bit me, like on the leg or something, or in the arm, something really bad. Like just all of a sudden, never done anything like that before or since. Something about the doctor's office, he just freaked out. It's like that fucking the pig with blood red eye. So I said that once, didn't I? Amityville Horror, get out. Remember the priest? And so he's like wanting to get out. And then Dr. Gorn comes in the room, and I'm Mr. fucking douche. I'm like, oh. I'm like, told him my son just bit me. It's kind of weird. And then he's not nice or anything. He's like, oh, that's weird. It must be a nervous place. And he had his front teeth, too. So what age is that? Maybe they're fresh. Some fresh teeth, to make a bite. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, because maybe we take him back to the he was born at Beth Israel. Maybe we take him back there before for these checkups, and then it's finally general practitioner or whatever, pediatrician. Down the street more toward right across from Harvard Medical School, like a little bit down the street. It's really across from Children's Hospital. Damn man. Longwood Pediatrics, yeah. That was it, right? Wasn't it? And so Dr. Corn comes in the room, and I say, oh, my son bit me, he said. And he, pretended he was talking to him, I think. He said something, you get slapped in the face, really. You get slapped in the face. And yeah, you get slapped in the face. So he did that. He said that. And it was so weird. So I had a place. And I told my wife, was it right? I don't think she's there. I think she just happened to be something, or she's out talking to the receptionist. I kind of get the memory that she maybe wasn't there. It wasn't like that. She just wasn't hearing it. And she just came back in. Or maybe she didn't hear it. No, I think somebody did. And then she kind of didn't believe me in some ways because it's so weird. And now we know after. But he said that because he wants us to get that fuck out of there. Because he can't do anything. They're going to try to kill. They're doing the shit. It's not like him. It has to happen. And he won't fucking respond. They were calling on the phone when he had mycoplasma pneumonia. They just say, don't bring him in. No, nothing. Just wait. And we got an antibiotic. And it broke after like a day. He almost died. I didn't know. Man. I'm so traumatized by everything. It's kind of built in. Another thing, I went in Harvard Medical School, and the underground passageways. It was there, isn't it? So one of these days, one of these times we walked. God, is there a passageway that goes from one to the other? You know, you got all the buildings from one side, and the right side, and then that center thing. Maybe there's a passageway that goes. Even more, you can go right under and through. It might have been not there at some other Harvard place. I think it was there. And I was thinking of the genocide of Hitler or something, but I wasn't sure because I had done LSD in the past and all the things, and I get issues and stuff. But actually, I was always right about fucking everything. Man, even the time once I took LSD, something in cars always breaking, so I had to fuck around with it, get jumper cables, and one time I was just fucking with it. No one needed to help me, but this guy stopped, was talking to me. And that was some weird shit. That guy was Air Force intelligence, wasn't he? Or something. And he was playing with me on purpose. His brain is squirming like a toad, and I'm like, good, and I'm thinking he doesn't notice anything. And I'm like, that was a thing, man. Way out in the woods. Back in Illinois. Okay. Because they know all the shit. Up one way and down the other. And so, like, I'm wondering why would they do that? It's like they're fucking around, they do shit, because they're fucking genociding China. There's this thing, and they do this, they have their weird things, their cry for helps, and they're all there doing shit, practicing shit, making everything fucked up, practicing it. Just like they have all the riots in Minneapolis and now in Maine, and that's like Trump's in on that. That's Trump's guys. That's all his thing with this ICE, doing the cuckoo shit, and the chick in her fucking high-heeled combat boots or whatever, like in her lipsticks or whatever, injects bee venom into her lips or whatever the fuck she does, right? And that's all the same shit, and they're practicing for China. They're going to do some more, just like the Hong Kong stuff. They're going to go all over with it. They're going to tear that thing up and do a thing. And I think they're genociding them, and they already fucking did it. I think they're down. They got them. They fucking cremated them, gassed them. Well, they did. They fucking worse. They fucking gave them all mycoplasma pneumonia. They have the coronavirus. They put the real shit in that virus. It's like a big old fucking thing. You put anything into it. They put the real shit in there and get it all locked down, controlled, and decide who to do. Because the West runs China. The CIA and all that shit, they run China. It always has been that way. And that's what you got. And that's why you got that Officer Downey, Paul Downey. Now, why the fuck does Officer Paul Downey? There's no fucking way. That's fucking on purpose. Why the fuck would he do that? Right? Why is he going to fucking do that? Go have some disgrace and like things. Like he's the fucking boot camp for all the police. All the police have to go there, and he's the guy that screams at him. He fucking screamed at fucking everyone and punked him, screamed him as a sergeant, and then he's doing that. And they're like, what the fuck's going on? Why did he do that? Oh, he's like fucking anus miser. He's not like the anus miser. Yeah, the anus miser. Yeah, he's the anus miser, right. It's like, no, fucking YouTube and Google, they're the fucking anus miser. Motherfuckers. Then he has to go all the way down to my neighborhood, where I always had the sign, Boston Police Rape Kids. All the shit, right to the fucking place, but then just right across, like the street, so it's C11 and not the fucking Southie, whatever. What's that? Southeast. That's C6, C2, fucking something. So he has to be in C11 jurisdiction, so he has to go fucking over there. And then back up, then on up to the Superior Court, and he's right next door to fucking what's his fuck, Judge George's. He's now on the Supreme Judicial Court. He's right next door. That's all about. And like, what the fucks are they doing? And how is it? And how is it that they keep doing this shit with me? What the fucking Because like they do this shit. They'll fucking put me in that thing and almost suffocate me. Judge George's. All that fake shit at Dorchester District Court. And you have to have Officer whatever fuck, does that to his wife there, the same fucking court. And it's all a fake. And he has to get arrested for, beating his kid. So it's all fake. It's a lie. He got framed up his wife the same way with a harassment order. You gotta get all the pigs coming to my door. Right? And, God, I had the murderer come to my door before that. Years before. Then you have the suicide by cop guy coming to the door. That's professional. And me, jammed up with this fucking fake shit. Get me going. With all the fucking rapes. And meanwhile, they got a fucking burrowed tunnel under the motherfucker. And when I fucking went out to West Roxbury, you saw a react. I just make my music video out of it or something. It's like, holy shit, what the fuck is this? That's one of the top cops too. He's not retarded. He doesn't have dementia. Officer, what is it? Duty supervisor. What's that? D5. E11. What? What's the E? Something E5. What is this station? Oh shit. Duty supervisor. And yeah, they had that, and then the other one fucking with a God, man, officer, what the fuck? He does all the Ring doorbell stuff, all the fucking shit. He has to make 320,000 a year, or 340. Yeah, he has to get arrested for touching his wife or something like that. It's all fucking background. They live out there in Milton, and that's right after I had been like, God, I got him on video. He had to go sit down. He's in the doghouse. That's all fake out. And that's all the Vietnamese are there. So that's all their French connection, all the shit. And the kids secretly knowing French. They do all the shit. They're all up in Cambodia and fucking Haiti. They're everywhere. And so he had to do that. Damn, man. I'm gonna do all the other shit, but yeah, that's what that Boston police officer said. Oh man, I looked at YouTube artificial intelligence, fucking lying piece of shit, and he has an anecdotal thing. Yeah, it was a Boston police officer. He was like a captain or something. And he was at the ball game, running around, around, acting like he went there and was drinking, and he had to tell me what they did. They got mass graves along the railroad tracks for the Chinamen, the workers. What the fuck's that about? It's because they know they're doing this stuff. They know all the shit. They're up in Cambodia and they're all in the fucking thing. It's real shit, like what the fucking, what that stupid POW flag at the fire department's always, what it really is. It's the guys that stay in the tunnels and whatever the fuck. It's not the fucking lie they tell. All their fake shit. And they did Pol Pot. They ordered him to do it. That's all the West, the CIA, French intelligence, and the whole thing, or not like the French. The French got fucked over. They're not running it. And there's a certain flow, and probably something they can't do. They can't do anything about it. And you got to flow with it a certain way, and so they freak out. And so I did that shit to my kid, mycoplasma pneumonia, the pneumococcal pneumonia. That was fucking on purpose. And if you're there, you'd know what they were and how they didn't care, and how Dr. Gorian comes coming in God, man. So my son had gone through mycoplasma pneumonia. He almost died. I didn't know, and then he's better. And then maybe went to the thing right after. Then he gets fucking same doctor's office. And then he gets pneumococcal pneumonia. So this is a fucking about 3 weeks after. Maybe I didn't. Yeah. About 3 weeks after, he got over his pneumococcal pneumonia or something like that because he hadn't stopped wheezing and stuff. And then he had permanent asthma. So he had permanent childhood asthma after that. And so I started after pneumococcal pneumonia. It never went away. And then he got after the mycoplasma pneumonia. Then he got pneumococcal pneumonia. And you can tell it's mycoplasma pneumonia because it's really severe with the breathing, can't breathe, but there's not a high fever. And then when you start the antibiotic, it just breaks it. It's like takes a day and it just breaks. It's a response to the antibiotic. And then he had pneumococcal pneumonia. You can tell that'll work with antibiotic, and that's really severe. And it sounds like Rice Krispies, like crackling, when you put the ear on them and you listen to their breathing. So we took him over to Children's Hospital, my wife did. And they let him right in. Now, how did that work? I don't know why was they still at home? We had this whole thing. We weren't sure if they were going to let him in. And she said they just let him right in, gave him his fucking... They freaked out and put him right in. It was like nowhere near as bad as he had been with the mycoplasma pneumonia. At Children's Hospital. They swooped him in, and then Dr. Gorin comes crawling in, like the next day or that day. Like that afternoon, I guess I got to see him. And looking sheepish and whatever. And so I got to fucking know I'm around these motherfuckers. And that's what it fucking is. He has to drag himself in. Because that's what it is. And that's what he tried to get us out of there. That's why he did that weird fucked up thing. Said, like, you'll get your face slapped to my son. Said, and then you bite and you get your face slapped. He was like trying to get us out of there. And so... And why would they be doing it? Because they're practicing all the fucking shit, not just what they're going to do with us and whatever. They're fucking working it, so they have their strong shit. Use it for whatever, but like they do it all the fucking way over there. They're killing people and just cremating them. They're taking down all the kids. Like the coronavirus doesn't really do that. But this will take down all the fucking kids. The mycoplasma pneumonia will. They're all cremating them. And that's what it's about. That's why they're freaking out. That's why the Boston police are doing that shit. That's why they do that shit. And you have, like, fuck, when I say something, I'm talking about Harvard Medical School. And all of a sudden they have to do a firecracker there and act like it's the end of the fucking world. And it's all fake. Like, they fucking do a firecracker right up there. They have to come up through the roof and then down, down. So they get access to the 4th floor. Right there where I used to, like, read Science and Nature. I guess my wife was on the 3rd floor, so I have to go up. Something like that. Be reading that. After I talk about it. And I said, one thing cool, oh man, his friends are going off to MIT. That's the thing. And then it's like, okay, and a couple weeks later. It's like the MIT shit. And just like I said. Because it is that. With all their fucking nuclear power. All their fast neutron reactor. All up, buried up in there in China. Like going, and they're going to just have more and more and more. And they're not going to stop. They're going to have a slave state. That's the fucking West. It's like the fucking lie. It's not communism. Man. And they're going to genocide, depopulate. Or they have been. They're going to like make it like they're great. They go stay in China or whatever the fuck. They're all in the western part and whatever the fuck. And they have all nuclear power up in the mountains. I'm going to take the east part and just keep it genocide and that. Fucking work that. Like Shanghai and shit. Man. And so everything's all censored. And that's why it's so weird and censored. Like we live in a weird world where it's censored and it's mocked. And like you're just pissing in your face and they're making fun of you. Like they have South Park. It shows like, how could someone be such a punk? They get censored and and then, remember that before 2016, and all of a sudden they just start doing that. Especially in 2020, but they kind of did in 2016 because Trump has to be a racist when he doesn't do anything. And then later now he's all the way a Nazi, or like talking Nazi shit, or at least I get bits and pieces for the ice thing. And he has the one weird chick that runs around. Like, I don't know, though. It could be headlines or something. I have to see. God, they want to have some shit here and they don't get to do anything. No one gets hurt down here in Lee County. Like, they haven't had anyone get hit by a car. Like at some protest. They'll just have some guy to get the right guy. Man, he's going to go fall. They probably look, you got to look. Yes, I'm going to lean, fall in front of a car. Or something, or practice. Or however that. God, they were working that shit, man. At the ICE protest, and then the other one before that. Or the No Kings protest. Or they got everyone thinking that. They got the whole fucking that part of the street activating and thinking it could be that. And stressing. Man, those guys are cool. All the, at the ICE protest, they were making sure it didn't happen. It seems like it. All the chulos, they're fucking cool as hell. Damn. They're gonna keep having like, oh my God, they'll be like a nuclear physicist and shit. I swear to fucking God. Like when I'm not videoing, these guys walk by too. The billionaire and his son walked by once. Last time when me and my wife were sitting there. I think. Something like that, right? God, man, and that's what it is. Like why they have the censorship, and then they make fun of it. It's like supposed to be not just censored, but they're like pissing in your face. You're supposed to know. Yeah, you're too much of a punk or something. And especially because they make you self-censor or whatever. It takes a lot of effort to articulate. And I realized, like reading, I clicked on the thing for the artificial intelligence thing to say what summarize video and stuff. It says ask a question. And it says in summarize video. So I click on that, and it has this passive-aggressive fake ass shit, or you could see it as that. But then YouTube has a whole like thing where they punish you, and they don't tell you what it's for, and that's all the way Nazi. Like if you just had to hear that there even a company would ever do that. We never had companies that could cheat like that. Like every time you bring back your thing that you don't like, get your refund. Usually you don't get ripped off like that. They wouldn't say like you violated a condition or something. What? There's a whole book of it. Like they're saying you violated something when that's like pages full of something. And they don't say what thing violates it. And then how it violates it. There's nothing. You don't get to articulate it and have it argued back and forth. Because it should be that. Even if they decide the other way, they're on the hook for like all their arguments. But they're just lying. And it's not just to censor. It's to make everything fucked up. And you wonder why. It's because they do the China censorship. And so they're just bringing some of it over here. And they're keeping the stuff weird and controlled. And, just keeping it crazy. Or like with things you can't really figure out. But it's like so skewed and fucked up. Like you could look back if there's like the Holocaust going on. Be like, why didn't you say so in this, that? Why do you go with the censorship? Why don't you break through the censorship? They're like, okay, you don't know. But how do you comply with the censorship so you never found out? Because they act like you can't just say anything. Someone argues back and forth and there'd be a marketplace of ideas and you don't want to be with a kook or something like that. Like Alex Jones has a certain limit. And he's the only one. You always have to go to him. It's because they just do it that way. And he has to be like a flat earther or something. It's all fake. But if someone they'd look back at this, they'd be like, oh, these guys suck, they're shit. But it's a difficult intellectual environment. And I'm a special case. I used to write, but then I stopped. I could get into it again. But I have an attitude as though I could have these like pages full of stuff, line by line arguments. It's fucked up that YouTube just skips over it, Google. And everything's written by the fucking bots now. I'm going to look at that Wellesley guy too. The Bernie Sanders guy. There's lots of videos of him. It's like they're exposing it. And they did the Cambodian genocide. The West did. And the CIA and French, they had to, could even be like, they make them fucking do it or whatever the fuck you're in. However they gotta go. Guys wouldn't know. Or however it works. Once you get out in the jungle. And they already have the shit where they have Vietnam. They have waterboarding, Abu Ghraib. And it's supposed to be that. And then it'd be like, they act like they're all good and clean with the category. Oh, people just ignored it. They don't care. So, but then, like, no, it's like, now that you've justified they can do anything. All you have to do is let in that thing. Like, it's usually oppressed. Oh my God, I'm sorry, she's about Abu Ghraib or something like that. But they do it anyway. You have it like an uncensored place, right? And then you take those guys and they see something going on. And they can just fit one or the other. It's not a, like crossing a line or something like this big different thing. Or do you want to be working on the both of them? And the thing is probably really dirty. Like the Jews in the Holocaust, we get Holocausted, right? And it's down like 2/3 killed of all the Ashkenazi Jews in Europe. And then it's after that, like, where you end up, oh man, it's middle class. Like, there's no fucking big old thing of, like, mass working class. Oh, your cousin at the trailer park. Like, all these white people have their cousin in the trailer park, right? Or something. Or, like, distant cousin or something like that, if it's, like, middle class. Or the idea of it. Or, oh, that's that ethnic group. Like, you go to England, and for the Jews, it's, like, fucking, they get killed. And it's, like, out of Europe at least, and then however the fuck it works in America. And it probably is the haberdashers, the fucking Lubavitchers, all that stuff. Like that's they have like 8 kids or 12 kids, whatever they do. Oh God, YouTube has so much anti-Semitic shit now. But some of it's kind of cool, like, that you can just, like, people could make fun of each other. But they had this thing, like, fucking, God, their fucking YouTube is fucking genocidal now, man. They got to, like, they slip on in the fucking anti-Semitic, all the shit now. After they had punished it. And so now they declared it was, like, Holocaust-y, right, ish. Now they got it coming in. So they like beat everyone out of it. Now it's like only like Hitler gets to say it, and they like he's okay. It's basically how they are. God, they're fucking nasty. YouTube's nasty, man. Google. God, that's why they do that weird shit. All that sexualizing kids and shit, and mutilation. But with the Holocaust, there probably was a thing, like you see the Lubavitchers, and they were fighting back against coronavirus, but that was probably all set up. That was probably all that it's a theater, wherever you see it, and it's kind of arranged. It's like angry penguins running around the street. They're so fucking cool when they argue or fight or do a thing. That's where I learned a lot of my auditing style from. God, then I try to put those on, and YouTube censors it. They act like, no, it's a special anti-Semitic track or something. And it's all fake. They don't want to admit it. But like, no, you can't show bits and pieces because it's a fake fucking video. And they don't say it. So when I like show a clip from it, they act like that's so bad. That's all fake. And they fucking know it. But those guys with a lot of kids are like, that's fucking, that might just be impossible to, that's one of the targets. I think they were targeting that. With the Holocaust and stuff. Because they wouldn't stop. You'd have all that, and then you have working class. And it would be that, Jewish Bolshevism, as Winston Churchill said. I think he came up with that before anyone else, right? It's probably even on purpose. Like, they make him, at least he has to put his mark on it. But we should fucking know, because Charlie Chaplin, with his Hitler mustache, making The Great Dictator, the parody movie, but really it's like Hitler put his mustache because he got run by Hollywood in the fucking thing. And they created that. And Lenny Reichenstahl or whatever the fuck goes over there. And it's like, no, they got a fucking thing. And the British were funding all of it. With all the reparations, everyone's impoverished, and you just hand out money however they want after World War One. Selling out Czechoslovakia and the French. And then that would explain Vichy France, how they turned so shitty. How are they all of a sudden, take a defeat, and then they're Nazis? Like, no, man, that was like fucking worked out from before, right? I just thought of that just right now. That's not like, man, I take defeat so well and something like, no, right? It's more like worked out beforehand. It's kind of obvious, like after the fucking war, they hire all the SS, the West does. Because they're guys, that's their shit. That's their fucking organization. But Charlie Chaplin, then you got everyone visiting him. Lord Mountbatten and his wife, and everyone, so you can, the shit has to be there. And then the bad king, the one that had to step down, and then you had the stuttering king came in. But the older brother, he's married the divorced lady, that's right. And he's kind of a Nazi, but there's no fucking way. That's not him. He's got his personal, like, Nazi thing. No, he's like, no, it isn't. And they got the fucking angles, and they can make it look a certain way, and Lane, they fight over stuff. But he gets to go over there and look at it. Oh, he visited concentration camps. I have to see which ones that is. Because it's way the fuck early. It'd be the one I'm thinking of, too. The Sachsenhausen. Maybe you visited my mom's concentration camp. Probably fucking did, being in East Germany. Or my mom was born or right up around there. Oh, they probably fucking did, man. Oh, they did. That's probably it, right? I'll have to look that up. Motherfuckers. But, it's like God knows what, And they go see Charlie Chaplin, I think. And there's this fucking thing, like, how the fuck? And, like, we could be all looking like we're all collaborators, especially if I got any money or anything good. And you really can't do anything about it. You're struggling or whatever the fuck, how the thing is. And everyone that's like, once this happens, oh my God. Like, you got the secret part, supposedly. Then you got, okay, there's Hitler. Ooh, he's bad now. And he's strong-arming, okay. Now it's not secret. And everyone's, like, you have to do a certain thing, you could say. And before, supposedly not that. When it, probably isn't. They have that myth of free press and everything. Like, maybe that's not always been. Like, that's not true. Especially after World War One, they have all the laws and shit, like the fucking Sedition Act, all the fucking really bad shit, or whatever the fuck they did. World War One, and keep that shit going. Then they'll like make the fake ass shit. Oh, like one of the motherfuckers. Like wherever you see the fucking Nazis parading around before World War II, like if they're in New York City, and you have to have other guys that, you know, Jewish gangs or whatever that beat them up. That's all fucking funded by the same thing. That's just like Antifa. And it's all fake. And it's all the same guys. That's the guys doing the Holocaust. They're fucking working all that shit. And to keep it all crazy and just distract. Man. God, that's what they're doing. That's why you got the whole world crazy. You got the Russia fucking Ukraine war going on for a million years now. What is it? Oh, Jesus. Whatever the fuck, 2021? Since forever. God. And, yeah. Yeah, it's going on. They're doing that. And we live under this absolute censorship and like and violent, you know, just threats and abuse, like YouTube, like fucking the whole way they do it, they give you a strike and they won't say what it's about. And you're supposed to say something. And they're just lie and terrorize, and then like take down all videos. The whole channel will be destroyed. Like if you know. And the first thing they do, take away your right to live stream, so anyone can beat you up, rape you, fuck you up, do whatever. Their live stream thing is shit anyway. Because then you don't get the high definition video. It should be part of a same thing. Things doing high stream, you know, high definition video and live streaming the low bandwidth, and then it can keep doing the better. And you can load up the high definition later. God, and they don't fucking care. It's like God knows fucking what, man. That's why you get all the trannies with the fucking, all the medical stuff and all the, well, some of it was the puberty blockers, like I said. And the war, the Iran. We'll be doing it later. Fuck, man. Everything's like duck speak, like fucking CIA duck speak. There's this John Hopkins. Like, you know, I was going to listen to that. Even if they're lying with him, he's going duck speak. And this and and all this shit. They just won't fucking quit. And they just fucking lie. I guess I lived around it. So when Tulsi Gabbard came to our temple, they, a girl got murdered. Like that same day. Like hit by a car, but that's what that was. And that's why they were, fuck, man. How does that work? Yeah, it probably is. Like, if they do China, they keep, well, they are doing it. They keep doing it, and they'll keep genociding us. And the thing is, like, a point, like, they did the genocide, like, 2/3. That's probably even the plan is that. Like, we get, for fucking, that's, no, it's all, everyone won, that's wins, and successful, that's the plan. It's not like, man, he's going to keep going. And we did something, man, the other side's strong now. When they fucking hired all the SS, they got everyone going to Argentina. Wait, like the fucking both sides, everyone that lives, there's some, you know, and they fucking tell you not to fucking look or don't think. Man, Moshe, spoke Yiddish. And then so I would go get the olive bread for Friday. They said to go there. And that was like right down the street. All the rest of the fucking Jews are gone out of fucking Brighton. They're fucking always doing that, man, in Boston. They're fucking throwing Jews out of fucking Boston, always. And it's like all the way, like, bad. It's bad. You know, Moshe had to stop. No culture, no nothing. That whole part of Brighton used to be a Jewish neighborhood. And they just take it over with Boston College and all this shit. Man, they pull out the fucking A line, on the green line, the green line A train used to keep going. They have to bulldoze over and fucking put the highway over this part of it. Newton Center, I guess, got destroyed or whatever the fuck it was. Newton Village, Newton Center, whatever. And so most of the house would be off the side of that, I guess. And that's one approach, which I never went. I would go to the B line. Where that corner is, and if you keep going, it goes to Boston College. I go past the Zen Sword Center. Isn't that fucking cool? Fire station, Zen Sword Center, and then right across the street from that, somewhere was a store with a Holloway, and those guys spoke Yiddish. Like I heard. But there wasn't anything else. There wasn't people walking around. It had just left. People had gone, had to leave a little bit before. So those guys were still hanging on. They were there still. Because it wasn't like it was some weird, some anything noticeable. Like as far as a Jewish neighborhood or something. That you think of like that. Man, people used to just walk right in the house, like the door. They don't knock on the door, you just go in. You go in the front door and walk upstairs. To Moshe's, like, he'd be up on the top floor. Actually, it used to be the whole mansion. It's a big old mansion, too. And he'd be in bed right there on his futon. Right in the middle, so you walk right in. And there he is in bed. Or whatever. He's around. You're supposed to just, like, go in. Because otherwise, like, someone has to come to get the door or something. So it'd still be people coming in. I got to see the people that would come by. Like when I was there alone. On the upstairs alone, I mean. God, they did, man. Fucking knew it, man. What are they gonna do? Damn. God. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Then we have to live in terror and censorship and YouTube. And how is it that we get YouTube, like, censors all my videos, doesn't, like, let them get seen? And if they were, like, oh, a bunch of people are looking at it. Like, how the fuck could that be a thing? And how the fuck would it be, like, anyone's ever watching any of those videos and go to 3,000? And no one is going to have subscribed. Well, supposedly I have, like, 3,500 subscribers or 2,500, whatever the fuck it is. I got some amount, from before. They don't just fucking erase all those. It's all fake. So I'm going to have that. And people are looking at the videos before, when it's by their formula, and then they subscribe, and they're not going to be like, man, they're not going to come back and fucking look at another video when I got super high quality stuff. Because this is like, the thing I did is like stuff I'd want to watch. Like I used to just watch my videos. Now I make these, and I'll listen to these again, but I will, actually. And no one, like, that's because it was all a fucking lie. There's no way they're going to, like, get someone really watching it, and they're not going to have, like, come back and look at it. So they weren't like actually showing these fucking videos to anyone. It's all fucking fraud. Like no one's fucking looking at that shit. You know, it's kind of a weird life. I don't know of anyone who else watches a particular type of video. And I only got into like police auditing because of certain conditions, and that was in 2019. Because why I did. Oh yeah, because I gave the wrong time before, like, I think I stopped watching news or anything a little bit before the election. Before November 2020. Oh yeah, it's 20. Okay. Yeah, I guess I stopped looking at that. Yeah, I stopped looking at the news. Way back in 2019, though. Maybe November. Yeah, so maybe that is November. Because the election's the next year. So I guess I did say it right. Around November of 2019. Otherwise, I was just watching Trump. Like a lot of the time. I'm watching Daddy all the time. Taking care of everything. Like always like fucking winning. He likes winning. You know, watching news, and it was a certain thing. It wasn't as low quality yet, too. But there's a certain kind of thing, and it will tend to a certain way. It's like stupid. And Google had already censored. They stopped the news aggregate. It's like they just censor. But I got into watching police auditing videos. I stopped any news, looking at Trump, really. Because I should do my own thing. And that's why I was ever watching auditing videos. And these motherfuckers fucked with me. The police, I had to get over the issues, get over my issues and do my thing. You know, because the police there, or like some of them, have this professional interaction thing, and they can always like punk you or something, or just dominate this interaction. You go away like feeling like shit or whatever the fuck. Or the BS. It's a guy thing now. But and so you have to get really skilled at it to be able to work on it, or even just to block it out or whatever. So I wanted to train to do that, which I did, I guess. And the resistance came with his channel to Boston. Damn, man, that was like weird shit. But what I'm trying to get to is like, I might just be a rare case that even watches this shit. Watching videos, like watches long ass videos. And I try to get, and there's no educational shit anymore. Like there isn't, it's not available. So when I used to watch, now they spam it out. YouTube just spams it with shit. It's all fucking lies. They're Nazis. This is Nazi Germany. This is everything we trained about. This is what they used to fucking do. They used to teach you Holocaust, and you read Elie Wiesel's Night, and they teach you in 1984 by George Orwell, and like all the censorship and all the shit, and doublespeak and all the shit, and everything, how people didn't say anything. And now we're fucking living in that world, and YouTube's just fucking doing it. YouTube and Google are just doing it. And it's on purpose, too. This isn't just because it's like in your face and then they make it cuckoo. And you're like going to sit there like an asshole. Because there's people from my generation. I'm like 60 fucking 1 now. October 1964 I was born. So it's like, fucking we know better. We know the thing. And it's just so fucking stupid. I mean, but you have to like, it's hard. It's like a full-time thing to like get through and articulate and get it through, because they'll be fucking with you and shit and just saying your shit. And the YouTube just has this fucking thing of self-censorship and threats and stuff, like where you're supposed to figure out what you did wrong, and they just fucking lie and terrorize. And And that's why I have a responsibility, because I'm able to do it. I have to get all the way to this level, and I'm the only one. It's not like I could just be like, oh, why don't people do it? Because it isn't that. You have to know, you have to be a little kung fu master. You have to be like a motherfucking samurai. Kind of with do your jujitsu or something. To even function, otherwise you just get slapped down, or you get fucking humiliated, or you're in the wrong. You make a fool out of yourself. Be like, what? I didn't mean not to sell her any liquor. What? I didn't mean don't sell her any liquor. That's from whatever happened to Baby Jane. That is such a good scene. You guys should see that. Yeah, like I get back to samurai. Okay, so in the Hare Krishna movement, Prabhupada teaches that, well, you have the four ashrams or four kind of thing, caste or whatever, like the you have the worker guys, the Sudras, whatever. Oh, and then you have the Brahmins, the priestly guys, and you have the samurai fighters, and you have the Sudras, and what's the mercantile guys? Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm not remembering it. Because no one wants to be that one. See, that's why. Because, that's why I'm blocking, because I've been in the Hare Krishna movement. Because it's like, no, I don't want to be that. And you wouldn't say you're that, as a cut down. You could say Sudra. So, that's kind of, you already got the three, and the other is just kind of off the side. So they're making money, even though everyone is a fucking, what's it is it called, man? It's Kshatriya, Brahmin, is it Vaishya? Oh, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? But anyway, okay, so Japanese society does that, something similar. Samurai, or judge, jury, execution, or out on the street, they do that. They actually do the judging and they do the stuff, like the Kshatriyas do. Kind of interesting. And the Germans, the Romans talk about it. They had a priestly class. That wasn't the soldiers, but they're also very badass too. So I think there is a tendency to do that kind of thing. I have to be professional. I have to even get a grip. So it's not like I could just be morally shaming everyone about certain things. They have to get educated. But there's no fucking way that, you look at all the subscribers that's from before. That's all fake, man. So every video I ever had, oh, it's a big hit. And people, come on, man. Then they don't come back and look at anything else when it's all the way quality, but it's just YouTube just decides they don't like it. No, they just fucking, it's not like they're just not, YouTube doesn't recommend it or something. All the fucking views are fake. It's fake shit. And I remember way back I said, it's for the intelligence agencies or something. And I did a thing. I didn't even fucking know anything, but I was thinking, some of these guys are fake. And I'm putting the whole video on. I put the time stamp. I say exactly what time it is down to the second. So if any cars drive by or anyone could do any verification. And you could always get the body cam for certain ones. But others you could just get whatever metadata and see cars driving by. You don't even see license plates, but you can see the shit. And work it with shit. So I'm fucking, I'm oddly, fucking not lying. I'm doing what I do. And, because, how the hell is it that, YouTube, they don't fucking have any views. So if I had views, it'd be they're lying. They're not putting, those aren't when I get thousands of views. Those aren't real people watching it. Because they come right back and fucking subscribe or whatever and go find it again. They fucking look at it. And they look through all my videos and stuff. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I get a view. Oh, 1,000. I get 1,000 looking at all my other videos too. They'd be like, wow, I just discovered this. Well, I guess what I fucking do. So it's all a fucking lie. But then the thing is, how the hell can YouTube censor, and there's nothing where, like, or the videos get suppressed and people whine about it, but then where the fuck is any forum or anything that lists what got suppressed? Because I would just look at that. That could be my thing. Instead of looking at YouTube recommendations, I'd look at that thing, what YouTube hates. And same thing with Wikipedia. Those motherfuckers won't do it because you have a whole other website. It takes the fucking whole format of Wikipedia and just has their alternative or what got censored from it. You know, they're just a rebuttal, everything point by point. And there isn't anything. They got that all locked up. And because there's just no way. That's like we get sold this thing like YouTube, like fucking. We go, oh, the search results or something. They fucking, why isn't there another search engine? And why the hell would you be using the YouTube search to look at YouTube videos? You'd get others, like, because it originally starts like you can't put your, like originally, probably, you try to, YouTube back in 2004, or after, when they were first getting going kind of, videos on, you couldn't have a website and put a video on. It's too expensive. And YouTube has their fucking Stanford thing or whatever the fuck that put it right on the backbone of the military internet and say, get all the free shit, all the bandwidth, and you just couldn't do it. That was the whole point of fucking YouTube video, because you can't afford to put the fucking a video, you know, on your own website, and you'd never like cry and whine, say, I mean, I'm getting censored on some other thing, because it's just text, or they didn't censor back then. But that's the whole point why we even had YouTube. Like, because it was cheaper, like it's too expensive, it's prohibitively expensive it was. Now it doesn't even matter. You can have your low bandwidth, especially for doing shit like this, because I don't even fucking do it. I just fucking go around the garage. I need to be like this. But it's all a lie. It's all just locked up. It's all a lie. However much intellectual life there ever was. Because I was around university, now I'm thinking back, everything's a fucking lie. You have to actually look at the economic data and see how much people can slack or whatever. And as that's ending, then guys will pretend they can still slack or whatever like that, even like I'm like that. Because you want to be like, Lord Mountbatten. You know, you want to be an independent guy. And really, you've got to kind of be up there to be able to do it. Even that, they could fuck with your shit, I guess, right? So no one's free. Like that. You'd only be free within a class for something, and you wouldn't have desires to do other shit, but it's not, there's no point. But, like how is it that you have, like YouTube, they censor or whatever. Like, that's why I don't like to say they censor. Because, like, how can it be that, like, I got, like, well, those strikes, that's a thing. But besides that, and that's an extreme, and there's a certain kind of threat with that. And they put 2 strikes, but they got rid of them. It's their own genocidal shit, too. They're Elliot Rodger, that they did it. They set up all those murders. YouTube did that. So fucking obvious. They gave me a strike on that. And then took it away. It's just disappeared. Yeah, what was the other one? Oh, yeah, Trump's assassination attempt. They had to fucking put a strike on that. It's like reporting to a police officer what they said. Oh, okay. So I saw, and it was golden number balloons. Related to that. Okay, now check it out. I saw golden number balloons again in some parking lot, and it was 22. So I was like, I didn't say ever what it was because I wanted to figure out what it was. I don't know if something happened on the 22. But that's Papa Doc's thing. He always was 22. That's his magic number, they said. And then President Kennedy got killed on the 22nd. So they're saying he likes that, and that was his voodoo, they say, and they say he says or something, even though it's like all fake. So that's a 22 number. It's like that. So someone had run the 22 on a parking lot with gold, okay? With gold, and that's another thing, 22 with gold. And that's his gold license plate. Papa Doc had a gold license plate with 22. That's Papa Doc. But how is it censorship when it's like fucking, like, where is anybody? There's nobody on the fucking internet or whatever. Where they're up around somewhere. I go always go tell someone, look at a fucking video. Man, I go looking for videos too. Even that though. Now, if I'm getting the same access to the same kind of internet, this is as far as Americans that other Americans get, and I'm just seeing like I'm the only one doing certain activity or something, or looks for certain videos, there just isn't any videos. I don't think it's just because they suppress it, keep me from finding it. There is somewhat of that. Which, like when I was in Boston, I look up Boston police, and I can set it by date. Now they got rid of that, so you can't do that. But I go through there. I don't know if I'd had to do that to get the resistance. I think do it. Had it anyway, but all the stuff I'm always finding is computers. It's all fake. I realize that now. I didn't know it then. But I was looking at it for all kinds of different categories. And you go by some big city, you can say Oklahoma, and police, and sort it by date before. All this kind of shit. And then so if anyone ever puts that in the title, you'll see it. But nobody fucking does that. But you can do it for innocuous things like, well, I tried ant warts. Maybe they don't want that. But I look at I look up some stuff, and you can't just see, they don't have stuff. They don't fucking have stuff. People don't make cat videos that way. It's fake. People don't just get their phone, have a YouTube thing, and fucking put it on. And I'm one of the originals. God, even the motherfuckers, like the guy up in, my friend, I got to see him. He came to the temple, the one that's, had to rescue all the kids after the kids came back from the Gurukulas. He was a cow guy at Newfoundland, at Gitanagri. And I got to meet him. He came to the temple once with a lady he's married. They have to get divorced and do this thing. But that's like kind of his YouTube thing is kind of fake. It's like that. It's like that, and it's like kind of contrived. It's like not by his own devices, and it's just there to be there, and it's like something, okay, he's got just some homey family YouTube, like which I kind of did in a certain way, or did a certain thing. It's the Hare Krishna movement. But his thing wasn't for real, man. Like he was ever getting him to do it. And now I can think back and see all the motherfuckers, Lithuanians or whatever the fuck on my ass. You get all the fucking, like they don't believe it. They think I'm running. They think something's running me. I get fucking, it's so funny, man. They wouldn't know, or however it works. And now you know. But there isn't anyone. And I'm presuming YouTube doesn't censor that bad. Like if you look up by date, it hides stuff, but And it's got full of spam, fake stuff. And that's YouTube doing it too. There just isn't YouTubers. There isn't this. There isn't me. Like, oh yeah, my daughter's friend. Yeah. They'd be like, man, he's going to chop on together. I want to be a meat taster when I grow up. I get that kid saying that. Can you believe it? And then you got them all fucking doing makeup and all this stuff. YouTube's just pimping them out. Her. Man, we stick up for him too. I didn't fucking know how everything is. Whatever the hell. And I just hear about that. Get that big old YouTube. YouTube pays them fucking all this money, they say too. Tons of money. But it's all fucking getting run. But the thing is, if I am, like, there's no one like I'm kind of a rare thing. The Resistance comes to fucking Boston. He does some police auditing out of the blue. He comes from Philadelphia. All of a sudden, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I got to do this. And my daughter's jammed up, and I have to get her out of the thing. It's like, man, he came in like fucking 12 monkeys. They're like, okay, if you want your daughter back, you got to go to Boston and get him, Losif, to be an auditor and do your thing. It's so much like that. He would take care of me. I'd be right if you wondering how it would be, right? And that's how you'd be. Yeah, especially the way he folded with C11. He's out there on their ass, and then there's something, and he's okay. I don't want to go around there anymore. I don't know. He's he's like gung ho. He'll come running out there, but he doesn't want to. Everywhere, anywhere, anytime, anywhere. He's like taxi except for C11, because C11. The thing is, it's not like they do like their shit, but they want to be shit. Hey, look at we're shit. To stop the genocide in China or whatever the fuck it is. It probably fucking is. They got all the fucking bases around there. Every fucking submarine underneath there, or it goes up to up to the Quincy, up to in the fucking damn Panking Wampatuck. Maybe it doesn't go there, but up to the Blue Hills and fucking whatever. Oh shit, they do, man. They're up on the Blue Hills. The fucking glaciers tore that thing up, man. There's like way down there. They got these channels. They got cracks in the rock and the dirt. You go down there. You got cracks where the boulder rock got pushed, right? And so you dig. It's like a full of dirt, but it's like when you're done, you got a cave. It never caves in. The dirt and mud can come in through the crack. Isn't it, right? You got massive shit like that. Crazy shit. And, but the thing is, like, with C11, they're gonna go, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna lose my career on you. I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna go to jail. I will go to jail, too. You go to jail. And they're crazy just for the fuck of it, or whatever the fuck. Because someone needs to put a mark on this. And he's like, I don't want to go there. Damn. God. So if I'm the only fucking one. It is cold in here. It'll warm up a little bit. It probably, I don't know. Port-au-Prince is warm. This cold air blows down over Cuba, too, now. It blows down, like, all over Florida. If you look at the wind blowing map, I looked at this really cool thing. And it blows over Cuba, and I think it gets cold. Not as bad as this, but it gets cold. Then it doesn't get to Port-au-Prince. Like, it's got those, like, hill mountain things that stick out. And Port-au-Prince is protected from it. So it stays tropical. Even during this, in the middle of the night. Fuck, man. That is what they're doing, man. They will fucking mix it up. They will fucking take it with the Uyghurs and all the thing. Say like it's that. Oh wait, it's not that. You didn't. Oh wait, they will be doing that. They'll be doing that to do like God. They have their endless shit because they're gonna clear that thing out, and then just like they depopulated Cambodia. Cambodia's probably got its history, right? Pol Pot. That ain't just the West in that time. They have their history. Right? That's why they got the low population and the beautiful farmland. The rumble in the jungle. You gotta remember it, the Mayans, you can just feel it. See, I was telling my wife because you need your priesthood class, and what we get. You gotta get the, because you have the blood that, really you need your fucking thing. See, like that blood runs down the steps and stuff like that. So you need your water and your and you need the anticoagulant and you need a red dye because it gets brown, right? So it's like that. You're up there with a priest thing, and everything's good, and nothing ever turns brown or isn't liquid, and everything's good. You don't have disease, no pain and no hunger. You can see, you can see, you can see. No pain, no fear, no hunger. You can see, you can see, you can see. Yes, stop it. Genocide. Stop the genocide. Stop the genocide. See, I'm like, they're scum. Like, all of them teaching me something. Stop genocide. Like, because they did teach us that. But there's nothing. Man, it was all fake, man. So yes, I'm over at this Thanksgiving. I guess Thanksgiving. I wonder if that is a thing. That could be like the fucking one of the holidays. That'd be funny. Just look it up. They might even show like, oh, Argentina does have Thanksgiving. They adopted that. It's a good one, right? Man, I fucking knew it, man. Date she did. And Stringer. God, man. Wait a minute. Hold on. I was wondering if like warm air was blowing out of the thing, but it's not. Like if it's leaking, but it's not. Those are gecko poop or something. Could be a mouse, but one of those things, but a barn mouse, Cape Coral barn mouse. Fuck. Yeah, so God, they said my daughter looked like Anne Frank. She had to come home from school and not like they're insulting her bad, but it's time for Anne Frank time. And they say, tell my daughter she looks like Anne Frank. The kids. It's like a thing. Let's see.